for
Okay. No mind that. That was just a record.
yeah, that's
Uh, Good, man. Did you watch last week's?
nah,
Nah. All right. Are you taking the course yet? Are you okay?
yeah. I'm 40% done.
Okay. How you liking it so far? I put a lot of sauce in there.
Yeah, you did, my boy. Especially like when you was talking about travel and stuff, a lot of the stuff you said, I was like, yeah, that's exactly how I think about how like you gotta be able to like go anywhere in the world and make friends and like you create connections with people and it's like, can you hear me good? Because this is my internet's unstable. You can hear me?
I can hear you, but it's lagging a little bit.
It's this work internet, ain't it?
All right.
Um, but yeah, bro, very good course. I actually cannot wait for the woman part though. But I'm not gonna skip. I want to go
Hey, yeah.
each one.
And
Yeah.
the best thing about the course is I'm gonna continuously update it too. So like I'm gonna keep on adding bonuses in it as well. And especially with the travel, because I'm racking up passports. And the more passports I get and the more I learn about it, I'm giving you guys the sauce firsthand, obviously, because you can have multiple passports, and as a man, you want to have as much leverage as possible. You should be able to have four homes, go to this continent, duck off. This is why I told you guys you got to learn these languages, bro, so you can do whatever the fuck you want to do with your life. Your dating pool opens. It's a whole thing.
Like, shit, that's right.
Yeah. Jamil Caleb, what's good, man?
You all good, all good. You could hear me?
I can.
Great,
Yo,
great. I'm
It was
trying to
good, G.
set up here so I can find a spot to listen in.
Uh, that boy
yeah,
Caleb
I'm
Yeah.
looking clean. That boy looking
yeah, no,
clean. Okay.
appreciate it. Yeah, we just finishing up a job. We just did this little 2 day meeting, so we wrapping it up right now. So I'm gonna be in this job, but once I finish up, I'll listen a little more intently.
Uh, I
Just
bet.
wanted to make sure I hopped in though.
Okay, okay. Yeah, man. So it's 4:03. I'm gonna let probably 2 more minutes for anybody else that's gonna hop in. But yeah, man, I'm glad y'all getting value, bro, like from the course, because I dropped a lot of gems on there that a lot of people aren't qualified to speak about. And if they are speaking about it on camera, you can kind of tell that they're lying or that they don't actually know what they're speaking about.
That's facts. Another thing that resonates with me is because I feel like what you speak is like stuff that I actually be going through. So I'm like, I know he ain't lying because it's like it's stuff that I actually be going through day to day. So I know you actually like for real. You actually did what you had to do to be where you at.
Yeah. And that's the main goal is like any piece of content that I put out, I want it to be heartfelt. I need it to be authentic because I only want to attract real people. You can get online and put on a front and you might get a client, but that client isn't going to be the kind of client that you actually want to work with. So I always tell anybody that wants to be a coach, just empty out all your dirty laundry, be honest, because your tribe is going to resonate with that. And you can actually help people overcome the things that you overcame. That boy got the sweater on, looking clean. Okay. Hey, man, y'all looking clean, man. Shoot. I just got home and I was at the gym. You feel me? But damn, y'all looking good. Okay, okay.
Ah, that's good, that's good. Yeah, well, my gym right now, I'm trying to set up a home gym, so it's still in the works, but it's right here, man. This is where I do my thing, you know.
Nice.
So yeah. I wake up in the morning, I do my thing here. I used to have a gym membership, but I at the beginning of the year I canceled that, and I'm doing a lot with kettlebells, man. It's amazing what you can do with just the kettlebells.
Yeah. The
Um,
the free weight is very good too. I tell guys that all
yeah,
the time.
yeah,
And something that's underrated that a lot of guys look over is the Pilates and yoga. I recommend
yeah,
guys get into a boxing, a martial art, and you pair
Yeah.
that with the Pilates, bro, the way that your body starts to look, the fucking
Yeah.
striations, your physique,
Yeah.
the way you look in a suit, it's crazy. Bro. You look like a specimen. It's crazy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel you. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Definitely, I see the changes with my body. So that's a good one. Yeah.
Indeed, man. All right, so it's 4:06. Yo, fellas, man, happy Friday. I'm happy to have you out here for the second call. This call, we're gonna get into a lot of things as we always do, but ultimately, I want to talk to you guys about systems, setting up systems in your life that's ultimately gonna help you succeed as a man. In business, we talk about setting up systems to streamline your business. Simply put, setting up things that's gonna minimize friction. So, for example, if you are a coach and you create content, you're creating something that's going to bring in a potential client and lead. They go into your website. That's a system. The way that you write your copy, the way that you speak to people is a system. When you're sleeping, it's doing everything for you. In life, we have to juggle many things as men. Our dating life, you have to stay in shape. You got to go to work. You got to make money. You got to work on your personal development. You have to work on your mind, how you speak. All these things matter. You have to network, right? So the way that I like to do it as a Renaissance man, and I wrote it down. For me, I have five main key things that I like to implement in my life. First is mindset. Now, I'm going to run you guys through how I set up my day. Again, it's my day. Take these different skill sets and pillars and implement it into your day. For me, number one is mindset. I get up, prayer, gratitude. I gotta read, right? After I read, second is health. I gotta hit the gym. I don't know how you guys train if you went to boxing or bodybuilding or Muay Thai. Get your movement in. It's imperative that as men you're capable and that you can inflict violence. You don't have to be violent, but there's nothing like knowing that you are a capable man. You see a lot of guys these days, they're fat or they're super skinny or they hunched over, they have no confidence. It's because their body isn't capable. That's important. So that's second. First, mindset. Second, health. Third, relationships. I know we got to grind, fellas. I get it. But you have to be busting a nut with a girl every now and again. It's good for your mental. I'm not saying go crazy, but as I said, for me, I allow myself to see a woman or go on a date one time a week because right now I'm busy, but I gotta also work on my skill of speaking to women. That's three. Four is purpose. The first three things, it matters, but if you don't have a purpose, you're not gonna feel fulfilled and everything else falls. So you need to figure out, yo, what drives me? What do I do it for? What do I enjoy doing? I ask guys this, they don't know what they enjoy doing. A man has to take the time to ponder, what do I like doing? You can have a job, get that consistent money, but ultimately you want to live a life of autonomy and freedom. As I said before to you, Alton, having control over your life. As men, we want control, bro. Let's be honest. It's just us here. We want control. So you have to know what your purpose is. And the fifth, I call this Renaissance. The etymology of the word Renaissance means awaken, revitalize. So I like to help guys figure out what is a pursuit or interest that you had or that you have, right? Because a lot of guys, they don't feed themselves. We have to be so many things for the world. We have to be a brother, a father. We have our roles in our job spaces, right? We have to put on certain mask and identity in society, but you have to feed yourself. For me, I love to learn languages. I'm learning my seventh right now. I love cars. I'm obsessed with cars. I love shooting. I want to learn how to ride horses. I'm trying to max out my life, right? But the way that I set up the system is I give myself 30 to 60 minutes a day to feed into studying language or doing this. You got to set up systems to feed everything in your life. So I get up, right? I read, that's probably 20 minutes. I hit the gym. That's an hour and a half. Then I go to work. That's probably 3, 4 hours. And then I get into one day a week. I'm dating a girl for maybe 3, 4 hours. And then purpose, right? I spend several hours structuring my life. And then lastly, in a week, I would say I dedicate probably 4 to 5 hours studying language or learning about guns or whatever. So for you guys, that's gonna look different, right? But I also I want to bring to your awareness, what do you guys have an interest in as you're grinding, as you're getting money, as you're working on your physique? The Renaissance, I put that as 5 because that shit's important, bro. We have to be able to build ourselves up. We have all these roles, but what about us? That makes sense?
Yeah, definitely.
Makes
Yeah.
perfect sense, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
taking notes right in the phone.
yeah, man. It took me a lot of trial and error to figure out how to structure a life as a man that's fulfilling, because like we have to do so many different things, bro. And no, nobody's gonna come to save you. I promise you that. Nobody's gonna come to save you, bro.
Huh.
Not your girl, not your mom, nobody. So this is again another reason why I made this brotherhood, is because men need a place to actually talk about shit. But I'm about action. So I'm here to help you guys put actionable steps to get you success. I'm not here just to speak every week. That's great. But I want you guys to win. You feel me? So yeah, like I want you guys to win. So that being said, I want to hear a little bit about your weeks, and I want to hear what specific struggles are you struggling with. And again, I'm going to say this is just us in this community. Anything is fair game. These calls are not making it out of here. It's just for us. So you can say anything, because I'm damn sure going to say everything. The stuff that we talk about here doesn't go on YouTube, doesn't go on IG. It's just for us.
I could start.
Uh,
Um, my week just consists of me waking up. I wake up at 4:30. I hit the
Mhm.
gym. After I hit, yeah, yeah,
That's
bro. I
early,
just
bro.
started doing that like 2 months ago. I
Yeah.
hit the gym. Then after I come, make my high protein breakfast, low calories, so I can eat before I go to work. Catch the bus, go to work. After work, I go home. Sometimes I slack off after work. I ain't gonna lie. I need to get on that though. I be going home and just sitting on my couch, but I gotta like just like you said, like structure my time for me. You feel me? That's what I need to do for real. But yeah, I just be going to work, and on the weekends I'm just like meal prepping. I clean my house on the Sundays and chill on the weekends. But I probably should do more chill on the weekends too. I feel like I'm doing the bare minimum, but like I need to elevate. You feel me?
yeah. I'll say this though. There's nothing wrong with giving yourself a treat on the weekend and take some time to just like not do anything, have fun, especially if you've earned it during the week, because that's also going to be healthy for your psyche as you're grinding. This is why I let myself, bro. I'll go on a date, bro. But if I'm being honest, there are periods where I won't see a woman for like 4 weeks because I got to be locked in. But then I'll be like, all right, cool. I'll go out now because in this last month, I really went hard. But it's like I want you guys to work hard and push yourself hard, but also have a good time, bro. Bro, like this shit is not promised. Enjoy your life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for
Then
real.
the question I want to ask you specifically, Alton, is what do you want to do in life?
Um, I'm in school right now as a mechanical engineer. I'm a third year going into my fourth. Right now I'm doing internship. And my boss just told me if I want to extend it, which I might do, and just complete a whole year. It's in a different state for my own. Ever since I got here, like I've been teaching my mentality. What I want to become is a robotics engineer, and I'm actually at the right step because my internship is within the robotics field. But lately, I've been feeling like I definitely want to become an engineer, but like I don't want to work for the corporate world. You feel me? I
Oh
want to
man.
make money passively. I want to travel, do all of that. But I still want to become an
Yeah.
engineer. As like just for me, like, that's something I want to become. To say, oh, I'm an engineer. You feel me?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you could do that, bro.
Of course. Of
Honestly,
course.
I would continue to learn that skill set, and then I would create my own business and brand myself. When you get done with the first course, check out the self-made course where, bro, I'm giving you guys real sauce on how to personally brand yourself, bro. Like, I'm not sure if you guys really know how much value you guys get right now because you're early. Guys are charging thousands for this, bro. So I would go that path and then start branding yourself online and then start to get leads, start to close people in DMs. I'm gonna talk to you guys about that in the future, but for now,
Mhm.
acquire the information and slowly start to personally brand yourself because where the creator economy is going in the next 12 months, 24 months, it's a $3 trillion industry, bro. The new wave is selling your information, bro.
Interesting.
Yes,
Well,
sir.
so
Jamil, what's going on?
yeah, well, I just wanted to tell, how do you pronounce your name? Elton? Alton? Like,
Yeah, it's Ailton.
Ailton. Okay.
Okay.
Well,
I had to ask too.
I'm a software engineer, man. By yeah, that's what I studied. Um, but now I don't do the active development. I'm actually now just managing teams, so engineering teams. So yeah, I did all of that already. But yeah, I would say definitely go for it, man. Go for the engineering. You can be a top earner, and then yeah, like Dud said, like you could start your own side hustle on the side, you know. So yeah, it's definitely something to do. Yeah, for me, I think I'm stuck in a cycle because uh, in the mornings when I wake up at 6. I come to this spot where I am now, this home gym. First thing I do, brush my teeth. I come in and I just lie down flat. Like you said, I give some thanks, um, and that's how I start off. So a little prayer, give some thanks for the day, and I usually just go right into abs because I'm on my back and I just start with abs. You know, I have a full ab set that I do, and then I just start doing my different sets. So I have my pull-up bar. There's a new one I'm doing now with the push-ups combined with the ball, the yoga ball. So you work the core. So when I done finish with my session, I go take a shower, get something to usually have a like a ginger tea, and then start up my machine because I work predominantly from home. I travel to the office like 2 days in the week. So I'm mainly working from home, just meetings. Um, and yeah, basically I do my day, all day of meetings. After that, um, I have a little side hustle. So apart from my work, yeah, when I was studying in uni, I used to build websites and apps for people. And when I started working full time, I basically shifted that to India. So I have a small team in India, it's just 3 guys, and they work basically on project base. So it's not really like a salary, but
Excellent.
when I get in projects, they do the work, and I connect with the clients here. So it's not a big thing, but yeah, it's a little extra
Yeah.
G's that comes in on the side, right?
Chess move.
So
That's how you
yeah,
delegate, brother. Smart.
yeah, yeah. So then yeah, do a bit of that in the evening. And then that's where my life just goes. Yeah, that's where I go down, man, because after that I'm tired. I chill on the couch, and at times before bed I will come back down to the gym, do a little exercise, and then I go to bed. So it's not much happening besides the
Yeah.
work, which takes a lot of my time, and the little side hustle, you know. Yeah, and like you know, I just came out of a relationship with so seeing the women, it's possible to get women, but I also don't want to be uh just slamming anything, right? You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So for me, it needs to be a certain value
Yeah.
of woman. So before I used to spin a few plates and so, and now, yeah, that's boring. It takes a lot of energy,
Yeah.
um, you know, and travel, you know, money. So it would be nice to just have like a maybe one or two, and you know, just yeah, to ease off the pressure sometimes. But that's how it goes, man. So I'm not really doing much, and that's why I'm really interested in this systems, and you know,
Yeah.
something to put some things in place, and also being a bit more consistent.
Yeah. So that being said, it sounds like you're grinding in your job, on your business, fitness, but where in your day do you fit in the time to actually feed yourself as a man in terms of
Correct.
your extra interest that you have as a man?
Correct. That's lacking. So I don't do, like I told you, I want to learn new languages. There's some other things that I'm interested in. Um, but I don't spend a lot of time in my personal development, right? Um, reading a
Yeah.
few books. I do read a bit, but it's not consistent. So that's where I'm lacking.
Okay.
I recently started a martial art, but I did it for 1 year. It's not something very, how do you say it? It's not very popular among martial arts. It's
Mm-hmm.
called Sistema. It's a
Mm-hmm.
Russian martial art. I did it for 1 year last last year. And this year I was looking for someone in the area because I recently moved where I am right now in January. So I couldn't find someone who was doing it. And I recently found a guy who wanted to start back again. And the last session we did was on Monday. It was just me and him. So that's something I'm picking back up again.
Yeah, I'll
Um,
say,
yeah,
I would say that's super important because as men, I've done the same exact thing that you're doing now, focused on the money, on grinding, and that's good. But what happens is you're gonna wake up one day, you're gonna have money, but you're not gonna have fulfillment. And a lot of guys, they get the money, but they don't have fulfillment, which is why I always talk to you guys about being a well-rounded Renaissance man that fills up every cup in his life. Your cups, your different cups don't have to be full, but you have to have something in each cup while you're working on 2 to 3 things that are focused. But this is where it goes back to setting up systems. So, for example, like I give you guys the example of ideally, I would like to study a language for an hour a day, but I have a lot of things I'm doing in the business. I'm working, right? I at least get in 30 minutes, right? Or if I can't do that, I'll at least get in 15 because what happens is 15 times 7 days a week, what you're doing is you're making tiny incisions. You're hitting the tree with the axe little by little. And eventually those reps will pay you dividends over time. So it's not about just doing something big at once because as guys, we want to solve a problem and find solutions and max up every area. Well, what a lot of guys don't realize is when you are a high achiever, really you got to break things down into little bite-sized pieces and do little by little every day. And in 8 months, 10 months, that's when you look up and you're like, fuck, I did a lot. But I did a lot by taking bite-sized little pieces rather than just trying to feast right there. That makes sense?
yeah,
Yeah. So for you, I would block out some time, whether it's 30 minutes a day, whether that's at the end of your day, to start feeding your own interest as a man. So as you're bossing up and you're making money at your job, and eventually if you want to exit and just scale your business, you still have fulfillment in the area of what you want to do as a man, and also eventually start seeing women again, 1 to 2, because that aspect of your life right there is paramount, not only for your psyche, but again, for your sexuality as a man, because as a man, you need to feel like you are conquering. This is why you see a lot of guys are walking around deflated. They get no ass. They spanking they shit all day long. That's not satisfying as a man, bro. You have to have
yeah,
all these areas in your life.
yeah, yeah. I feel you. I feel you. Yeah, it's not difficult to get women for sure. That's not an issue, but yeah, need to put some time. Now I'm kind of healing a bit from the last session.
Yeah.
So, but it's gonna get back there for sure.
All
Yeah.
right. And we're gonna get you there. Caleb?
Yo, so I mean, really, this week mentally, I feel like it's been a lot. Like it's been a lot going on, a lot of like challenges mentally. So the first half of this year, I was I was doing a lot, but I wasn't moving forward, if that makes sense. Like I was doing a lot of stuff, but I wasn't really moving forward because I didn't have a direction or a plan on the things that I really wanted to do. So now that I actually have a plan on where I want to go and the things that I want to do, I've noticed that that old version of myself mentally from earlier this year that was like attached to habits, he would have sprints of like being consistent for 3 weeks and then have a month where he just does nothing. Then be consistent for 2 more weeks, have another month where he just does nothing. So I'm in like my second week of being consistent and like really, really being dialed in. And I'm noticing that starting to come back up. And it's been like in almost every area, like work, women, personally, like everything. So remember I was telling you about old girl last session.
Mm-hmm.
She texted me this week. She texted me this Instagram post, and it's this recipe because she knows I like to cook. But the first time we fucked, I had her come over and help me cook something for dinner, and that recipe is like very similar to the thing that we cooked,
Mm-hmm.
that night that we fucked for the first time. So I didn't respond to it, but it's just like when that happened, the whole rest of the week, I was just thinking about fucking the shit out of her. Like,
Right.
and it's just like before that,
That's natural, by the way, but you know that, right?
yeah. Nah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm not,
Okay.
yeah,
Not
I'm not
because
saying it.
especially if you're grinding and you're putting in work, a man wants to get that, you know what I'm saying? Like if you grind,
Right,
you want to get
right,
that reward, bro. So yeah, that's
right.
natural.
Yeah. Nah, I get it for sure. It's just like the one of the reasons why I didn't respond was because the dynamic that we had when we were fucking with each other, we never really texted each other. We would either call, FaceTime, or if we did text, we would send voice messages. So I'm like, if she was really trying to make something happen again, I feel like she would have either called me or like, you know what I'm saying? Like reached out to me in that type of way. I like her sending me that Instagram post. I felt like it was kind of like I don't know. It's like it still felt kind of like she was playing games a little bit, like seeing how I was going to respond to it. And I was like, honestly, like I just don't want to put so much mental energy into like trying to figure that out or trying to understand that. You know what I'm saying? Because when I
Yeah.
did that, it really threw me off of my center, and I started really falling back into old habits, like masturbating again, watching porn, like doing all that type of stuff. Because when I was putting that mental energy into that, it started to bring out a lot of those other old habits that I had, even while I was, while we were dealing with each other. Like there were still old habits that I was doing that I'm trying to completely stop now, So that's one thing. And then like in work, so I'm a contractor. So one of the businesses that I work with is owned by a family friend. So he contracts me to work for him. Like any job that he has, I got to work for him, and he pays me basically a yearly salary, but I'm not an employee. I'm still a contractor. So I have seen where he's at with his business, and he's been doing this for 30 years and he's been successful in it. So he knows what he's doing, but a lot of his business has been generated off of repeat business and relationships that he's built over the time. It's not a lot of like new leads that are coming in. It's not a lot of new clients being closed. Like there's no new growth. And a lot of his systems are outdated. A lot of the ways that he goes about business are outdated. So I'm trying to bring these new ideas and these new solutions to him, and he's still just kind of stuck in that old mindset. And he comes around in certain areas,
Yeah.
but I like earlier this year, I
One
broke my
second, one
toe.
second. So how are you articulating it to him that you want to implement brand new systems? Are you leading the interaction with this is going to be of value to him?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I give you an example. So when I told you that I got booked to speak at that virtual event,
Mm-hmm.
that happened because I told him that I was gonna design his website, and we needed to modernize the website so we can use it as a lead generation, so we can start closing on new clients, on the online space. So I created a lead magnet to do that, that's specific for event planners that need audio visual services. And at the last event that we did, I had talked to one of the event planners about it, and she was like, "Oh, you should speak at this convention that's coming up for these event planners, because they're looking for somebody to teach them about what they might need to look for in AV when they're planning their events." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I'd be down to do that." I didn't know if she was going to do it or not, but she ended up reaching out to him, and he was like, "I'll let you do it. You seem confident." And then when we got on the call, he didn't really know how to convey, because the lady asked us, she was like, "If I give you a title, can you come up with a presentation?" And the title was basically something about teaching event planners AV. And I let her know, I was like, we've already drafted a checklist that's specifically for event planners. And when I told her the title of, the lead magnet I created, she was like, "Bingo, that's exactly what we're looking for." And it led to us closing on that type of deal. And then I sent it to him, and I let him know, like, a lot of the things that I'm trying to do and I'm trying to implement is to really bring new business growth. But he's just been doing things the way that he's been doing things for so long, and it's been working for him. But I'm trying to get him to see the perspective of how much more he could do.
Mhm.
And like I said, he's been coming around in certain areas, but I'll be honest, like, it's been a bit slower than I would like it to be. But I also understand that it's his business, it's not my business. So I
Right.
can't expect him to move at the pace that I would move. So I ended up fracturing my toe, like in the middle of the year. And at that time, like I said, since I'm a contractor, I don't have no health benefits or anything like that. So all of that was coming out of pocket. And when I was missing work, the work that I was missing was coming out of what he was paying me, because he had to pay somebody else to work the job that I couldn't work. So at that moment, I realized, like, nah, I got to make sure I'm putting things in position and in place to where I can sustain myself if something like that were to happen. So I started to really get serious about developing my LLC and really having that as something that, okay, I'm still a contractor, but this is now under my LLC. And I'm starting to also grow my network for my LLC within it. And I'm utilizing my skill set to also drive that business growth for him. So because I've been taking the time to really reflect on, what I want to do with my LLC. Primarily, I want to get into live streaming and like live productions for companies and
Mhm.
different types of groups. And it's something that I've really had to do a mindset shift in. So I am now somebody who has to move as if I own my own company. When I'm
Correct.
working for him, I'm working for him, but
Yeah.
I have to move as if I own my own company. And when I'm working with him, and he's putting me in a lot of different leadership positions, like, I'm running a lot of different systems within his business as one person that you would normally hire multiple people for. But I'm tackling a lot of different systems for him, and also trying to simultaneously improve those systems. But there's always that combativeness of, like, his mindset and his way of doing things. And
It's a
it
good thing though,
frustrates.
bro. Like it's a
Yeah,
good thing. You're in a good spot because right now you're literally getting hands-on knowledge that you can then take that knowledge and leverage it and scale up your business.
right.
So before I started to scale my actual business as a coach, I was also working in tech, and I was in some room with some high level guys. I was in charge of everything like marketing, and I took all of those skills and I put it into my own business, and I quit. Even though I had a great six-figure salary, I knew if I'm bringing these guys $20 million a year, how much could I bring on my own? So you're in a good spot right now.
I really feel that way. And things have been going good. Like, and I've been incorporating a lot of daily reflection at the end of the day. Like, I make that a must. I've been making that a must this week, to reflect at the end of each day and really get perspective on where I'm at, how I'm moving, where I want to go, what is it that's driving me, whether it's good or bad, and addressing that. But I've just noticed that this week, like a lot of mentally, a lot of the like just that version of myself that was attached to those old habits, like that guy was insecure in how he was gonna move about, his business and being confident in the value that he can provide for clients, even though I've seen the results. Like this show that we just finished up today and we just wrapped up today, like I was able to, ask the client for a testimony and she was like, yeah, of course I got you because we did such a great job. And this was a very important job for her. So I've seen the results of what I can do, but there's still that like doubt, within my
Yeah.
head that pops up. And particularly this week, and I've been trying to just like attack it head on and really not fold to it. But like I'm talking like with the business, with women, like even just my situation that I'm in right now, like I said, I'm still at my parents' house. So I'm trying to get myself into that financial position to where I have my own spot and
Yeah.
I'm creating those opportunities, but I know it's still gonna take more time. But mentally, like that old version is coming up, and I'm like, bro, that nigga needs to get the fuck out of here. Like
I'll
I,
tell you what it is, bro. I'll tell you what it is. And I want to say thank you for sharing that because this is something that a lot of men feel that I'll say they aren't strong enough to actually verbalize that. A lot of men go through that, especially as you're becoming more successful, your old mindset will try to bring you back down. And all that is the ego. The ego wants you to be comfortable. The ego wants you to feel as if you are the best. And when you're breaking through different ceilings in your life and you're going somewhere new that's unfamiliar, there's a potential for you to fail. And the ego looks at that as a threat. I go through the same thing. Like I'm the first person in my family to ever make six figures. I come from the real poor, like the top of the poor, bro. And as I was breaking through different ceilings, all these limiting beliefs started to come up. And bro, sometimes I still have my days with these thoughts. But this is why it goes back to what I said at the beginning of the call, setting up systems. The reason why it's important for you guys to set up systems is this right here. One, it allows you to mitigate decision fatigue. Decision fatigue, as in not having to worry about little small tasks that don't serve you. That's why I said by Jamil delegating certain work, that's a boss move. He's thinking like a boss. Secondly, bro, it is imperative that by setting up systems, you get micro wins in your day. You go to the gym, you did this, you get in victories. Those victories are going to boost up your confidence. Now you start to really become that guy that's the CEO. While you're helping out people, you're getting clients and testimonials. All this shit is a system. If one piece is missing, everything collapses. This is why once you started to feel insecure in this area, in your dating life, in the relationship, the mindset, everything starts to bring you back down to that
But
level because it's comfortable.
just take a picture where you do, but nobody do something.
As you're not muted.
Oh, sorry, my apologies. My
No, you're good. But yeah, so
yeah, that's pretty much it, man.
bro,
Like for me.
I've gone through the same exact thing that you're going through, bro, and I still go through it, bro. Bro, I got a mentor right now. He's bringing in 10 million a year. He talks to me about the same shit. You feel me? So it don't stop. But the more that you can set up systems in your life, bro, and get the micro wins, this is why I'm telling you, fellas, you got to set up your life like a business and make sure that you have your systems running fluently so you can get those wins. Because as you racking up wins every single day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, that's when you start to get the natural confidence. Like, all right, bro, even if this fell through, I hit the gym today, bro. I read, I did this, I did that. You know who you are as a man.
Want to take up too much time because I want everybody to be able to say something during the call. But I just have one question because this has been another thing that has kind of been like a sticking point for me. So, like I said, I'm staying at my people's crib right now, and when it comes to dealing with women, like it's hard to juggle that. You know what I'm saying? When I'm staying at my people's crib, and like I said, when I was fucking with old girl, it was a little bit smoother, but I still kind of had to juggle it. And I was only fucking with her, like I wasn't fucking with anybody else. So now that that is like in the air, whatever it is, I'm just like, how do I still you know improve in that area without like I don't know. It seems like it's a lot for. I don't know if I need to just like lock in and say fuck it, or if I should like still, go out, approach women, do this, and then just not like try to, close deals, or like, I don't know where I should go in that area. Because like
Right.
I know it's something that I need to stay on top of, but and also I get a lot of high interest from women and a lot of attraction too. So it's like it kind of fucks with my head sometimes because it's like, yo, it's right there. But I'm like, I'm not in the position for me to really just take it,
Yeah,
Like so
Yeah,
that kind of fucks with my head sometimes.
that's some real shit. I'll
yeah.
say this. When I was staying with people full time, I would just go to like a girl's house. But like every other week, like you can't see them too, you know what I'm saying, like soon. Every other week or something, yeah. I would go there. And if they ask me a question like, who do I stay with? I would just be honest, bro. Because ultimately, they're gonna respect you more for being honest. And now it becomes a consistent box thing to where you don't even have to worry about it. So yeah,
Real talk. Yeah.
yeah.
And make sure you're saving, Caleb.
Yep.
If you're staying at
Yeah.
the parents, utilize that time to save.
Yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
Facts. Yeah, that's a big plus, bro. Like save
mhm,
and stack your bread, bro. And
yeah,
in the future, as you scale your business, I'll talk to you about if I were you, bro, especially with the specific skill set that you have, there's a major market for what you offer. I would highly urge that you, bro, take your money and leverage your dollar and your purchasing power. Go to a foreign country and live off of a fraction of that. Scale your business and live like a king. That's exactly what I do. I go to Colombia. I was in Italy. I'm going to go to Asia. Like, leverage your purchase power as you're scaling your business.
Appreciate it.
Of
So
course. Of course. Will was good.
Nothing much. I'm currently at work. I apologize. I came on a call late, so I don't know what's going on right now. But I've been listening in for like the past 5 minutes.
Yeah, so basically, we're talking about how to set up systems as a man so that your life becomes simple and that ultimately that can help you become more successful.
Right, right, right.
And
Um.
then
Okay.
specifically, I asked them like, what are some of the things that they've struggled with like this past week?
Okay. Um. Some things that I kind of struggle with this past week is like getting like the energy like to get to the gym, and like the intensity in which I work out and everything. And I've been trying like to stay off of like pre-workout. I've been trying to do like natural and everything, but I've been trying anyway. And I still been able to do that. But I mean, I did skip like a day or two. I ain't gonna lie.
Mhm.
And then I didn't feel too well about that. And then I feel like I shouldn't be giving like too much time to like the to the females in my life. I could get at time like to like making my money like I think it was like Saturday, like I had an option where I could have chilled with this girl or I could have did overtime or got like some more money. I still got some that night, but then I was like, damn, I could have got me some more money too. So I feel like that the balance with like time I struggle with just a little bit. That's about it.
Okay. And are you still focused on scaling the fitness business as
Yeah,
well?
like I honestly, to tell you the truth, like my like perspective and drive towards that kind of like shifted a bit. I'm still training myself, and I got like a like this like two clients that I'm training, but one girl I'm training for free, and the other person is kind of like when she's not working that I'm training and everything. And yeah, like yeah,
So what's your
that's
vision? What's your vision?
um as of right now, I am looking. I do like want to like have like that to like at least equal out to like at least like 500 to like an extra like $1,000 per month, if not more. And uh some of the things that that I've been experiencing, it's kind of discouraging, but I'm just trying to eliminate that out of my atmosphere.
All right, bro. For you, I would say first thing is you got to get concrete on what it is that you want out of your life. I would continue to work, stack up every now and again, see a girl. But for you, bro, um, at the beginning of the call, I broke down that there's five major parts to how a man should set up systems in his life. First is mindset, second is health, relationship, purpose, and then renaissance. For you, you need to figure out what your purpose is as a man, because then you can get a more clear and concise idea of what direction that you want to go in. So I would take out some time every week to sit down and think, okay, what do I actually want to do? What skill set do I have? Or what skill set would I be willing to put in the work and acquire? Because ultimately, right now, bro, it's okay to have a job and make money. Nothing wrong with that. But there's still other areas of your life that it sounds like you don't really know exactly what you want out of life.
Okay.
Is that correct?
I mean, to a certain extent, like I feel like, in terms, like I know I want like a lot of money, but I don't know like the exact amount or like the measurement, or I'm like, like I did like some of the amount of money I want to make like per month being here, but not like, on a different scale. And then like I know I want like the decent type of females like around me, and a decent type of like relationships and good people around me, but like I don't really get a type. I love a real type for real. So I just been dealing with what kind of it comes to me.
Yeah, so that drive that you have as a man to make a lot of money, earn a lot of money, and to also have women, every man has that. What I had to find out along my journey, because I wanted to make a lot of money too, right? Is that it's more so about the man that you have to become to earn a specific like amount of money. Because I remember like when I was making like $1,000 a month, and then I went to 5K and then 10K. Like every single time I broke a barrier, I looked at myself in the mirror and I realized I was a completely unrecognizable man. So that's why I'm saying it's important for you to really get concrete, my brother, on what you want out of your life. Because one of the reasons I found out that a lot of guys don't even take the time to think about what they want is because they don't feel that they actually deserve it, bro. And that comes from our childhood and our experiences. So for you, I would say figure out what you want and then figure out what direction that you want to go in to earn and become that man that's worthy of getting the money and the woman. Because I promise you, once you get that in track, almost everything else comes into place. Now you just have to start filling up the cups of your life and everything is better. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would say for you, that's the main thing, my bro. Just like take the time to think, what do you want? And then secondly, you deserve that, but you got to put in the work, my bro. All right.
All right.
Yeah, brother. Azi, Wagwan. I can't hear you, brother.
My fault. What you said?
No, Azi. I was
Hear,
talking to Azi.
hear me now?
I can't. Wagwan.
Well, go on, brother. I'm there.
What's
Yeah,
up, man? Tell me
I'm
about your week, brother.
all right. Well, this week is very interesting. Remember I shared in the group that I have a challenge for this month, which is to work out 5 days for the week, right? Um, Successfully, I've woken up 6:20 every morning and I do my workouts. So I've done 5 days straight, which is good. I'm proud of myself for that. Even though there are certain times during the day, because I'm at work right now, where my energy drops, but that is okay because I know that during the nights, I can go to bed within a certain time to regenerate. However, what I've observed about myself whilst I may be improving physically, there is a lot of work that needs to be done mentally. Yeah. And I realize that the physical growth and the mental growth works hand in hand.
Correct.
Yeah. So because I'm lagging back on the mental aspect, I see that transitioning into the physical aspect, because there were a few mornings where I have to really dig to get the workout done, because during the workout I'm like, yo, I should just give up, or just move on. I've done enough, and I have to push really hard to get that workout finished. And not just do it in a mediocre way. All right. Speaking about the mental aspect, I need to create a system, because remember we were talking about this even last night.
Yeah.
Even with my videos, the thoughts that I have, the problem that I'm having is articulating it in such a way where it can be understood by other people. That is one of the major problems that I have.
Okay, so before you continue, I'm gonna ask you this.
Yeah.
What about the way that you're articulating it makes you think that people won't understand it?
I think comparison is the reason for this. Looking at other established bloggers who are doing their thing. I think I'm comparing my current self with at their stage now, not knowing that probably felt the same way at the beginning, like how I'm feeling now. But I think we do that, and that it brings about some level of discouragement.
Yeah, so I uploaded a video a couple of days ago. I titled it, "A Man Has to Hijack His Own Mind." And there was a portion in the video where I'm talking about you can't compare your level 1 to someone else's 17, right? People will even look at me, they see, oh, I'm in Sweden, I'm in nowhere, I'm doing all this, not knowing all the work that I had to put in myself to even be able to serve other people. And I had to just start. So for you, I would say don't get in a game to where you're looking at other people. Just put out the content, because fortune favors the bold. Fortune favors the men that take their own destiny by the hands and strangles it. So for you, I called you out last night. I said, bro, I'm scrolling through your Instagram. I haven't seen no post in 2 weeks, bro. Just upload the content. Again, as you're getting those reps, it's little incisions. It's stacking micro victories, fellas. Getting little wins is important for your psyche, bro. We go through a lot of shit as men every day, and nobody's here to save us. So get the little wins every single day and just put it out. Who cares what anybody thinks? And as you're putting it out, you're going to become a better speaker. I'm working on my speech every day. English is my third language, bro. I told you guys straight up, I used to have a stutter like crazy, right? And so even as I'm speaking right now, I still have limiting beliefs from my ego that's speaking right now. But you got to know how to shut that bitch ass nigga up and just get the work done every single day. So for you, bro, I would say, man, if you really want to become a coach, bro, I'm gonna push you, bro, because ultimately what a coach does is you're helping other people. And in order to empower other people, you have to empower yourself first and become the CEO of your own life.
That is the goal. That is the day one goal, because I know that there are a lot of people out there experiencing what I am experiencing, but they are unable to express that. So if I can do that for another person, I am sure that they can relate to the things that I am saying, because even for the videos that I have posted already, I got a few feedback, and a lot of persons share the same sentiment, So I definitely need to work on that for real.
So I want to dive a little bit deeper into the articulation part. Do you feel that because of your accent that people won't understand you?
Yeah, man.
I can tell.
Yeah.
Like as an immigrant, I could tell, bro, because that's something that you
Mm.
think about. But
I think it brings about a certain level of insecurity for me, because
why?
even though I'm here in America, and whenever I'm talking to people, because I'm not the Jamaican who's going to, hey, what's up, man? Is everything good? No, that's not me. I do not feel natural doing that.
Mhm.
I am forcing it. So I talk to them just like how I'm talking to you now. And majority of the time, it's like they look at me as if they don't understand what I'm saying. So it puts me in a position to, somewhat come down, or, get to the level that they're at, so that they can understand.
And real quick, fellas, do you guys understand everything that he's saying right now? Bro,
Well, for
Yeah, for the
sure.
most part. Yeah.
Yeah, for
bruh.
sure. But for me, it's
No doubt.
different, right? Because I grew
Yeah,
up,
okay, yeah, me too.
yeah, I have Jamaican friends, and I grew up basically on dance hall, man. Also
Okay,
for sporting, and so I use dance hall for like the motivation. So,
okay.
so
I'll
But
say
hey,
this
Azzy,
though.
I've heard everything that you said, and I've been able to understand it. Like you've been articulate the entire time that
Yeah,
you've been
yeah,
speaking.
yeah, for sure. So definitely,
yeah. Bro,
But
like some people, because they're not used to a specific accent, it's gonna take them a bit longer. Like, bro, even myself, sometimes I'll be speaking clear to people and they
mm,
still won't understand me because of my particular accent. And I
mhm.
have to say it again. And this goes across every language I speak, bro. So it's like, just because a group of people don't understand you doesn't mean that if you start to build your personal brand and upload content, your tribe is going to be attracted to you. Your message might not be for everybody, the same way that the content that I put out is not for everybody, bro. It's for guys like you and I.
True.
So you just got to stay true to yourself. Turn on the camera, put the video out, detach from it, and you're gonna start to gain people that fuck with you for you.
Bro, I have tons of videos on my laptop and on my phone. They just need to be edited and posted.
That's all you gotta do, bro. I tell you guys all the time, the life that you want,
Mm.
the life that we all want, like we're the only one blocking ourselves, bro.
For real.
It's up here. Every day, bro. We in a ring fighting ourselves, our insecurities, our past selves, our ego, every single day. As long as you can dominate that, bro, there's really nothing holding you back, bro.
What I want to ask you before I go, right,
Yeah.
is if, all of us men here, we are part of this program or school because we have some lack in an area or areas of our lives, right? For me particularly, you know, I definitely need working on my emotions and the mental aspect of my life. How is it that one can get stronger from in relation to the mental aspect of their life? Bear in mind that you are not normally strong in that area. How can you become strong in that area where when the time really gets rough, you stick to the program or you stick to the system that you set in place so that you can move on to the next phase?
Excellent question. So I'm gonna start off and preface what I'm gonna say by saying this.
Mm.
I would argue that I used to be more insecure than every single one of you in here right now. I don't believe there's anybody in here that was as insecure as I used to be.
Mm-hmm.
The way that I overcame that insecurity
Mm-hmm.
was, as I said, I posted a video a couple of months ago. I said the secret ingredient to everything a man wants is delusion. You
Yeah,
have to, yeah, you have to delude yourself, but that's not specific enough. You have to lean towards the pain and the insecurity. In my case, I couldn't articulate myself well, right? So I started speaking to people, walking out. I made a fool of myself. It was fucking embarrassing, bro. But I got the reps in every single day. lean into whatever it is that you're insecure about. If you're insecure about articulating yourself or the perceptions of other people, do it anyway. And what this is doing is you're building positive reinforcement. Every time that you get a micro win and you get a situation that gets better, you're building that positive reinforcement, and now you're starting to build up the confidence. But it's not just that easy. You have to go crazy. And what I mean by going crazy, you have to be abnormal. You see, the average populace doesn't push themselves, and this is why they're average. So if you have something, for example, articulation, or whether you struggle with girls, whether you struggle with any limiting belief, lean towards it and do the hard things every single day. In my case, it was speaking to new people, and then I got a coach on how to speak, and then I started learning a whole new language. I started making my weakness my strength. You have to dominate every bitch ass area of yourself. Like, I'm trying to say it in a way that's more clear and succinct so that it doesn't seem simple, because I always like to give you guys actionable steps.
Yeah.
But because you guys are all dealing with different things, I'll put it simple. Whatever insecurity or pain that you have, run towards it. Don't baby it. Run towards it. It's scary. It's supposed to be.
In other words, you have a saying, we say pain kill pain.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Because if you want to, just like, the analogy, the gym, if you want to get bigger, you have to go through pain.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. So it's the same thing I was saying from like Caleb, right? I was saying that, that's really just your ego that's trying to bring you back down the baseline because it's safe, it's comfortable.
Doing something to make it uncomfortable. Real.
Bro, comfort is the death of man. You always have to be grounded, bro. It never ends. It never ends, bro. And this is one specific reason why I built a community. I could have made a course, okay, boom. I sell it one time. That's not enough, bro. Like, you need to be accountable every single week. You need to be pushing yourself and getting better every week. So I would say for you to overcome that and gain that emotional control, especially as you're working to become a coach, is you have to do what other people won't do. The people that you're going to coach, right? You have to, like, they're going to seek your counsel because you've done what's uncomfortable, bro. That's the thing. The reason why I can coach guys and guys can tell that I'm not full of shit is because the way I speak, they can tell, like, I really, really pushed myself, bro. This is not for play, bro. I had a day yesterday, just like you, where I didn't want to go to the gym, bro. I wanted to sleep in. Guess what? I got my bitch ass in the gym, bro. Yeah. And I hated every minute of it. I still ate clean, bro. Because you have to set an example, bro. This is about being great. We're not here to be average, bro. So you have to go crazy. To put it simple, you have to be crazy. And you just have to not give a damn what anybody says and be delusional towards your goal.
That's right. That's right. That's right. As I said, the road that I'm on starting off since Monday, I like it. And, funny enough, I do journaling, so the night before, I said to myself that I wrote in my journal that, listen, I want to do this, and I know for certain that some shit is going to happen. And believe me, all hell broke loose this week. It did. And I said to myself that, listen, if this is going to be my last day here on earth, I want to be in the position doing what I said I was going to do. And that's why I push hard to make sure that, it may seem simple to a lot of people, but as you said, when you give yourself your word, you have to ensure that you step up to the plate and you show up for yourself, because that is how the confidence is built, as you said. And I proved that this week for myself, which is true.
Correct. Yeah. A man, bro, as fellas, we must always honor ourselves. It's hard to not be confident when you honor yourself as a man. You say, yo, I'm going to do this. I'm going to hit the gym. Even if you can't go for as long as you said that you would. If you got in that rep, bro, it's better to get a half rep than not get anything at all. As you keep your word to yourself, bro, how can you not walk around confident? Do you know how many men don't keep their word to themselves, bro? And then they want to get a woman, but the woman leaves them wild because the woman can feel that there's a lack of congruency, bro. He's not sturdy. All this shit comes down to you setting up systems in your life to make yourself successful as a man. And that starts with you getting real clear and concise on what you want, and then daring, being bold enough to actually go after it and stay consistent. But setting up the systems is what helps you stay consistent, because you're not taking a big bite, you're taking little bites.
Definitely, definitely. So, all right, one last thing before I go. Is anybody supposed to talk? Because I don't want to keep up the time.
Anything y'all want to ask, bro? I'm here for y'all.
All right. So the system, in terms of the system, I think mentions some 5 steps earlier on.
Yes.
But you can just repeat them for me.
Of course. Yes. So number 1, it's going to be mindset. This is basically how you feed yourself mentally. What type of things do you do? For me, I'm to a point right now in my life where if it's not conducive to my goal, I don't consume it. I'm not on IG scrolling all day. I'm not watching memes, none of that bullshit. I value my time. So that's one thing. Also, I read every day, right? Secondly, Alton had to go. 2, health, moving your body, taking care of yourself, right? Also, I like to give you guys more actionable steps. In the course, I said it's about what you feed your temple, right? You have to educate yourself on these chemicals that they put in a food. This is fucking up with your sex drive, testosterone, and the overall chemistry of your brain. 3, relationships, right? You taking out the time to actually work on how you speak to women, your game, understanding them. This is important because as a man, you have to understand how to navigate women. But that's only one aspect of a relationship. You have to know how to network with other high-level men.
True.
Because everybody in here wants to be a high-level man. Otherwise, why are you guys in here, right? So you have to know how to speak to these guys. You have to know how to network, right? So I dropped a video also breaking down how to add value, how to network with other men. You have to manage this sector as well as your life. And then 4th is purpose. Why are you guys here? What do you want to do? What do you want to become? What does it look like? How does that man walk? How does that man speak? Who's around that man? What kind of woman does he have by his side? How much money does he make? I need you guys to think about these things so that you can make it real. We all say that we want to be great. What the fuck does that look like?
Yeah.
Like, make it real to you. You know what I mean? And then 5, Renaissance. The etymology of Renaissance means awakening. So I like to say, what's an interest that you have, a passion, a pursuit that you've always had, but you haven't been feeding? For me, I like to learn languages. I like cars. I like to travel. I like to shoot guns. I like to learn how. So for me, I take the time out, 30 minutes a day, an hour, and I study cars. I study language. I go shooting. What do you like? If it's a piano, learning how to play saxophone, you need to implement time into your feed that, because you're feeding all parts of yourself. As men, we have all these different identities and roles that we have to play in society. You have your job, that's a role. The person that you are to your parents, a son, that's a role. The person that you are to your woman, that's a role. The person that you are to your boys, your brothers, that's a role. Who the fuck are you for yourself? A lot of men overlook that shit. And again, if any one of these 5 aspects and pillars are not being fed, your kingdom, which I like to refer to your life as a kingdom. If any pillar is not up, the whole kingdom is going to fall. That makes sense?
Come on, real talk.
Yes, sir.
And actually, real quick, I just wanted to say something about the mental aspect. One thing that really helped me this week was reminding myself that nobody promised me it would be easy. So, like, it was one time during this week where I had to get up real early and go to work. And as I was on the way, like, I was already, my eyes were about to close while I'm on the road. And I'm like, dang, I'm tired. And then I reminded myself, I'm like, nobody promised you that you weren't going to have days where you were tired. Nobody promised you that you weren't going to have days where, shit's going to be hard and you got to push through. So we just got to accept that, and think logically and ask myself, what is the action that I need to take that's in my best interest, regardless of how I'm feeling right now? And when you actually do that, man, like that small win feels like a big ass fucking win, you know? So like it feels like a bigger win than some big wins, you know? So it's like mentally, at least that's what helped me push through the week and really stay locked in and dialed in on what it is that I know I wanted to accomplish, you know, because like like you said, we all have these things mentally that pop up. You know, it's about us being able to, you know, push through and get through it, even though it's still there. So that was one thing that helped me this week. So, you know, hopefully that could provide some insight or some value.
Yeah, man,
Oh
definitely
yeah. Oh
appreciate it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, and sometimes all you need is that little win to carry you throughout the day, bro. Like sometimes that's all it takes is that one win. When everything else is falling, fuck. At least I kept my word. Bro, you know
Yeah.
how much honor that is in a man, bro? A lot of dudes can't say that.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I feel so good about the 5 days working out. You know, and you know, funny that the workout was done right in my room at my bed, you know. So as I get up, I'm at the gym. Yeah, that's where I do it. So it's definitely a step forward, and I wish to carry that over into the next 3 weeks coming, you know?
Yes, sir. And bro, I'm telling you, uh, in this week in particular, I really want you guys to like write down like what systems you need to set up in your life to make sure that you're successful because this was a great call.
Mm-hmm.
However, I always tell you guys straight up, action. We're not here to just talk, fellas. I want you guys to win sincerely. I hope you like every time I speak to you guys, I hope you can like see that. I want you guys to win. This is why I get real, what's the word I'm looking for? It's visceral. It has to be internal. So make sure that you set up the system so that you can just get started with the work. As for you, I would say for you, Caleb, make sure that you're able to stack up the wins so that every area of your life doesn't feel like as soon as one goes down, that it all falls down. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. As for you, Will, purpose, my brother. Make sure that you get clear on what you want. Jamil, just make sure that you pouring back into yourself, my bro. You're giving a lot of yourself to everybody else, but what are you giving back to yourself?
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna look into also I also realize when you're talking to Will about purpose, I also realize I don't really have a purpose also. It's not clear at least. And definitely the Renaissance is something I need to look at as well. So yeah,
That's why we're here, my bro. These
yeah,
conversations have to be had, man.
yeah.
Yes, sir. Any other thing or concern or question?
For now it's action, man. Just this
Yeah.
week I'm definitely gonna look at all the five systems, let's say,
Yeah. Or
and start
pillars,
putting
whatever. Yeah.
pillars, whatever we want to call them, and just start putting each one into place, you know. And even the ones that I have in place, like I'm gonna see how I can yeah, like improve on it, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Great, man. Because at the end of the day, every man wants control over his life and freedom. You want to be able to do what you want to do, when you want to do it, wherever, with whoever. That comes from getting out of your own way. And I know that seems simple, but after we've spoken about all that stuff, now you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Everything that you guys want, nothing's blocking you, bro. Just you. And when you finally figure that out, you're like, damn, bro, like it's really just me versus me out here. What the fuck am I doing?
real talk.
Yeah, but that shit crazy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
As it relates to the 5 pillars, right? As we're calling them, could you like share it in the group, or if you
Yeah,
can
yeah,
message so
definitely.
they, sit down and go over them to see how best I can apply them to my system that I'm trying to create, you know?
Of course. Yeah. I'll post that for sure. So fellas, this was another great one, man. I'm glad that we can not only talk about and introduce systems into our lives, but we could really get specific on the different directions that you guys want to go in, and also creating a reality to where you believe that the exact man that you want to be is there. It's just a matter of doing these small things every single day. Yes, sir. Fellas, man, I'm gonna see y'all next week, bro.
All right, man.
Yeah, man.
All
Bless
right.
up everyone, man. Take care and
All
take
No
right.
doubt.
Be safe.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Everybody take care.
On-
See y'all next week.
Yeah,
See
man.
y'all.
Bless up everyone. Bless up.
Bless.
Salute,
Yes, sir.
y'all.
Yo.